Hello there, Gemini. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of May 25th through the 31st. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again, Gemini, and what we have showing up for you on Monday is we have the Judgment card in reverse. So this is just telling me that on Monday you're going to be struggling with some kind of decision, and this decision is going to be a decision that involves or impacts more than yourself. So you're going to be really trying to look at consequences of this decision for a lot of different people from a lot of different aspects, no matter what decision you make here. So you're just really trying to look things over thoroughly before you come out with a final decision. And it feels like on Monday, you're really allowing yourself to take the time that you need to do that. And that's a really good thing. So I'm feeling like you may even procrastinate on coming out with final word on this decision until maybe sometime after Monday. But it looks like Monday that's when you're putting in your most effort into really looking the situation over. And it feels to me like you even do, Gemini, a lot of you want to really sleep on this decision and kind of see how you feel when you wake up in the morning. What feels like the best thing for you at that point. Because it is something that impacts so many different people besides just yourself. Also, Gemini, we are looking at Tuesday. Tuesday, you have the Page of Coins in reverse. Page of Coins in reverse is really a pretty simple card. It just means that you're getting some kind of message about money, and with it being in reverse, it's not the kind of message that you necessarily are jumping up and down with happiness to have. So, I've had a Page of Coins in reverse show up for somebody whose son dumped his cell phone by accident down the toilet, and so this mother had to go out and buy her son a new cell phone. So that was a message about money that she was not happy to hear about. This can also be, an invoice that comes in that's bigger than you expected, or a bill that you weren't expecting to have to pay showing up. Or this could be, talking with your financial advisor or your tax man and finding out that things weren't quite as good as what you thought they were. Lots of different ways that this can actually manifest. So, okay, so I'm hearing grocery store bills. So I think that some of you are going to go to the grocery store and be surprised at how much it costs to buy the supplies to do something that you have been planning to do. Okay, and for some of you that's going to be entertaining. For some of you it's just going to be making something that you've been craving at home. All right, so that pretty much covers Tuesday. Lots of different ways that can manifest. That's going to be a message about money or material goods. That is not going to be one of your favorite messages. Okay, so Wednesday, what we have showing up is we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups really just talks about looking around at options, daydreaming, brainstorming, that type of thing. Whenever it comes up right side up, it's talking about doing it in kind of an unrealistic way, like really looking at the way far out stuff. Whenever you have the Seven of Cups coming up upside down, that's telling me that what you're thinking about is based on reality, which doesn't mean that you're not dreaming just as big as you would dream otherwise, like if this card was right side up. But being based on reality, you're also realizing, what a better idea of what it's going to take to get to those dreams that you have. And so this is a situation where you can see like step 1, step 2, step 3. There is going to be, a process to getting to these dreams, and you're starting to materialize, ways to get to the dreams, actually, to get from point A to point B. So that's what I see for Wednesday. I see you really making some plans about how you can attain some of those dreams and goals that you have, and you have a lot of them. And I see you also on Wednesday kind of prioritizing which ones do I want to work with first. So I see that coming up as well. Now it's interesting because you have 2 sevens in your spread this week, and 7 really, to me, that talks about completion. 7 talks about, there's 7 days in the week that the great creative source completed the earth and everything on it in 7 days, and 7th day was the rest day. It was the day of completion. So there's something going on here in your life this week that has to do with completing a cycle or completing a phase. There's something that you have been learning about through your life experience. And you're coming to the end of that phase. You're coming to the place where, okay, I've learned everything that I need to about this right now, and it's time for me to move on to what the next lesson is. So that's kind of the overriding theme of this week for you guys. And then on Thursday, let's go back to looking at the specific days. Thursday, what we have is we have the Seven of Coins showing up. And the Seven of Coins just talks about harvest time. In this deck especially, and it talks about that the harvest time is now. This is the time to start bringing in whatever are the fruits from the things that you've planted before. So maybe you have some investments that you invested in maybe 15, 20 years ago, maybe 5 months ago. If you're a day trader, maybe 2 hours before you're watching this video. But there's something coming into your life that it's harvest time. It's time to collect the benefit from whatever that was you invested in. Now, for those of you who have, investments out there, please do not go cash them all in just because in a general reading I said something like that. For those of you who have investments that are at payoff time, this is going to resonate for you strongly, and there will be no doubt in your mind about what I'm talking about. You've probably already been planning on this or thinking of this already. But for those of you who have things invested that you haven't really even been thinking about harvest time or whatever for that, please don't go run out and do something like that based on a general reading. General readings are meant to speak to the majority of people that see the reading, but they are never going to apply to all the people. It just doesn't work like that. So, if you want to have a private reading about investments or about your finances or your career or whatever, obviously I would be happy to help you with that. But I don't want you to make any big decisions based on a general reading, because that's just not good. Let's put it that way. Not good. All right, so moving on to Friday, what we have coming up here is we have the Knight of Swords showing up. And so the Knight of Swords is just talking about taking action and taking swift action. So there's something going on Friday. And the Knight of Swords also is somebody who stands up for their beliefs. So I feel like this is some kind of action that you feel like you need to take on Friday to defend something that is important to you, something that you believe very strongly in. So taking this kind of action, when you look at this card, this looks like this could be some pretty violent action. He's swinging around a sword. But what you need to know is that in the tarot, swords really represent thoughts, things that move through the air, things like email, how we transfer through Wi-Fi, blah, blah. So this is thought, or it's communication. So when you're looking at this, taking action, it may very well be that you are just, this action could be talking to somebody, since that's communication, or firing off an email. We're not necessarily talking about vigorous energy expenditure here. We're not necessarily talking about you going around and beating somebody up because they said something that offended your sense of right and wrong. But definitely there's something that you feel like you have to take some kind of action or do some kind of communication. And it feels stronger to me like communication for you Geminis than anything else on Friday. Some kind of communication to stand up for your beliefs and to kind of set the record straight is what I'm hearing. So there's something going on where you feel the need to set the record straight. I see that happening for you on Friday. Okay, so Saturday what we have showing up is we have the Five of Coins in reverse. Gemini, Five of Coins in reverse. Okay, so Gemini, what's going on Saturday with that Five of Coins in reverse is that you are going to be getting some money back. Now, when I say getting some money back, that's a very specific thing, okay? I am not talking about that somebody is going to give you a gift. I am not talking about that you are going to be paid for something that you did. I am talking about this is something that you have spent money on. And now you are getting that money back. Okay? For some of you, this is going to be a personal loan that you may have made. But for most of you, this is going to be more along the lines of a purchase that didn't work out and you're getting some kind of refund back. Okay? Now, let's see. Sunday, what we have showing up is we have the Two of Clubs in reverse for you Geminis. Two of Clubs in reverse really talks about having a decision on Sunday and really needing to decide between two things that are both very important to you, very special to you. And you would really like to hold on to both of these things or both of these situations or both of these people because they are so special to you and they are so important to you. But the kicker is that you don't have enough energy and resources to invest in all of these situations that you're looking at. And if you try to even it out, you're not going to be able to move forward really with anything because it just won't be enough input to keep things propelled forward. So this is why you're having to make this decision about these things that you care about so much, and you're having to put one as top priority and one as hold off until maybe later, or maybe even letting one go completely. And so what I'm seeing on Sunday is that that really is a tough decision for you, and it's pretty common for this decision to be tough. I feel like you're taking your time with it, and you really want to make the best decision possible, but it's just really hard to let go of one thing or the other, even though you want to move forward with these things. So what I'm feeling here is that the message on this card, because you are procrastinating on this decision, is that confusion is a good indication that you're not ready to make a decision yet. So if you're feeling a lot of confusion on this on Sunday, maybe you should back off some of the pressure. Maybe you're the one putting yourself under the pressure to make this decision right now. And maybe you don't have to make that decision right now. Maybe you should give yourself a little bit of time and let things become more clear to you before you decide one way or the other. Because time does have a way of doing that for us, of kind of clarifying situations for us. Okay? So just a thought there, but definitely I see you procrastinating on a really tough decision on Sunday. All right, so Geminis, that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you're there and you've looked around a little bit, if you still feel like I'm the best person for you to work with, then feel free to contact me and we will schedule you a session as quickly as possible. For everybody else, I will see you all here next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.